When it comes to outside corners, I like to use a corner bead that is held in place with joint compound. If you're used to using a corner bead that's a metal corner bead, which is a nail-on bead, that is usually attached before you do any taping. But with the corner bead that I like to use, you tape all your seams and your inside corners, and then you attach the bead. Let me show you how easy. I don't put the compound on really thick, probably less than 1/8 of an inch. Very similar to the amount of compound you would put on when you're embedding tape. Essentially, that's what you're doing. You're embedding this corner bead just how you would paper tape. And that's really all I need. You notice that I didn't put any compound right along this very outside edge that's slightly recessed. It really doesn't matter because the rigid part of the corner bead just covers that. So I place the bead over the corner and then I make sure it's tight up against the ceiling. There's going to be a gap along the floor, but that doesn't matter because that's where the baseboard is going to be. So I just square it up by hand. Now there's a couple ways to embed this. I can use my taping knife or a roller made for embedding this bead. I like to use a roller because I think it does a better job. It helps square it up and it really embeds those edges nicely into the joint compound. So I start out with light pressure just to square it up. And now that I like it, I'm putting more pressure on it, embedding them edges nice and tight. And that's really all I have to do to embed it. If I continue to roll and roll and roll, I'd force too much compound out from behind it. Now that it's embedded, all I have to do is take my taping knives and remove the excess compound. And that's all you have to do for today. You're going to let that dry, 24 hours typically, and apply your finished coat. What I like about this corner bead, you can see how easy it was to install. It's definitely faster to install than a nail-on corner bead. But also, because it's embedded in the joint compound, its entire length, all 8 foot of this corner is embedded tightly against the drywall, I'm a lot less likely to get any edge cracking or loose corner bead.